Currently, the temperature is 62 degrees under cloudy skies. Our local Doppler radar. Today, thunderstorms likely. A few storms may be severe. High 72. Winds south-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain 90%. For tonight, scattered strong to severe thunderstorms. Storms may produce large hail and strong winds. Low 63. Chance of rain 60%. On Sunday, a few clouds early, otherwise mostly sunny. Warm. High 82. Our week ahead.
The Weather Channel. Right now, the Southeast under fire. We are tracking severe weather and the potential for a destructive tornado outbreak.
And our exclusive Torcon Index is forecasting its highest number of the season, a 9 for Tuscaloosa, Alabama. That means the chances of seeing a tornado in that area are very high.
Your eyewitness video continues to illustrate the power of these storms. This comes to us from Olive Branch, Mississippi. This is hail. This is something that folks are going to be seeing today across the Southeast, along with damaging winds, dangerous lightning, and of course, our biggest concern today is the tornado threat, which, as we said, is high in many areas. And we are looking here at some video from SevereStudios.com, and what they are doing here is it looks like chasing some severe weather, and I have a feeling a lot of tornado chasers out there today, but of course be cautious and stay hunkered down if you're not an expert. Thank you so much for joining us here on Weekend Now. I'm Heather Tesch.
And I'm Scott Williams, sitting in for Carl Parker. Now, Mississippi is really under the gun right now with several reports already of tornadoes as well as damage. And joining us live on the phone once again is Greg Flynn, the spokesperson with the Mississippi Emergency Management System there. And certainly tell us a little bit about what's going on right now, Mr. Flynn.
Well, thankfully, we've been very fortunate so far. While we've had many tornado warnings across the state, right now there are no structural damages being reported. We do have many trees down and sporadic power outages in the eastern and southeastern portion of our state, as well as in the northwestern corner. But we spent all week warning our residents, and our testament goes out to our emergency management community out there. They got their people ready, which I think is a large reason why people knew to take shelter, and why we haven't seen any injuries to this point.
And what is your biggest concern for today?
Well, it was the overnight hours. You saw when we had the real severe weather come through earlier today. We were worried that the tornadoes were going to hit in the pre-dawn hours. So we spent a lot of time telling folks to get their weather radios ready in case it came through while they were sleeping. Now, while we're not out of the woods yet, right now we're just waiting on that last line to move through that's just about to cross over the Mississippi River. So hopefully this afternoon we're going to be as fortunate as we were this morning.
All right, well, we wish you and all the members of your community well, and even though you may see some improvement later on, other folks are just going to be getting into the heart of this.
Yeah, and the terrain in Mississippi is different than the terrain in the plains, of course. It's harder to see some of the tornadoes that might occur.
So, you know, the question here, too, is, you know, why is this such a violent outbreak? Well, our severe weather expert, Dr. Greg Forbes, joins us live now with the answer.
And today is a day when basically all the ingredients are coming together. Yesterday we had the instability, the turning of the winds. Today we have the trigger. What do I mean by that? Well, you can see this spinning pattern of gray here that comes across Texas, and now it's blasted into Arkansas, the leading edge of that, hitting into Mississippi and Louisiana. That's the lifting that is giving the storms their push. You can also see here in the white arrows, that's the upper level jet stream. It pulls apart, and that happens very much like if you pull your hands apart in the top of the bath water, water will rise. In this case, that spreading lets the air rise, and that's why we're getting so many storms, round after round of storms, the whole way from nearly coming to Atlanta now, all the way back to the Mississippi River. Also here in white, a low-level jet about 60 miles per hour, so these storms are racing with these strong winds aloft, and very hard to outrun or keep ahead of today, so you need to pay very close attention to the weather. So warm front across the area lifting north, and as that does so, that allows more and more unstable air to get farther north. We may have severe weather all the way up to the Ohio Valley. In fact, that is in part of my forecast, as we'll see. One thing I thought I'd show you here, I was showing those winds and how they change, and the bigger the orange color here, the more the change of winds with height. That's what we call shear, and that's what allows these storms to rotate, develop the tornadoes. And this is a forecast for 6 o'clock, so where they are right now, it's going to slide into Alabama, slide farther up toward Tennessee, and up toward the Ohio River. There you see by tomorrow, some of the threat then will be sliding off toward the east coast as well. Here's the outlook for today. It's a lot of red area on the map all the way from Indiana and Illinois down into Louisiana, across as far as Atlanta, and overnight a bit farther east than that. And then tomorrow we have a severe threat that will continue even farther. Not quite as big a tornado threat as today. Today some dangerous, long-lived, violent tornadoes a possibility. Tomorrow a more isolated tornado threat. Let's go to our Viz 400 source. We'll take a look at Torcon today. I've got some values of 9 on there. You've seen the area in the outlook. I have places for parts of Mississippi and Alabama with values of 9. I've given Tuscaloosa as an example. We go a little bit farther north, waiting for that warmer air to go in there. Nashville, parts of Tennessee, Kentucky 7. And then as we get up toward the Evansville, Indiana area, it's about a 6. These are on a scale of 0 to 10, 60% chance within 50 miles. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Dr. Forbes, for your expertise there and Torcon. And of course, as severe weather develops, you can always count on us here at the Weather Channel for continuing coverage, also 24 hours a day online.